Hello and welcome to the another episode of Global Perspectives podcast, where our grade 11 students share their opinions on what is going on around the world. So our first piece of news is the blacklist of films in Russia.
In Russia Parliament, it started from 27th of October. One of the Minister of Parliament said that a blacklist of films in Russia, companies that don't pay it clear credit given by government will be blocked, and they will no ever get government credits for film until they don't pay money. One of the biggest of companies Media Art Studio with their film Hero. They have credit about 110 million Russian rubles. And here's about of 258 companies that's got credits from government, but they don't have, but their films was full. About 1.7 milliard rubley treat film and another one by company Wizard Film need to pay for government. I think that's normal, cause blacklist will be helpful, cause big part of Russian companies don't make good movie or do it or not do it yet. They don't pay money for government, and other part of money go to their hands. That's good news.
Okay, thank you. And we are moving on to the next topic.
So the next topic is Russian internet, and now the government is trying to control Russian internet by a special law which requires internet service providers to install special instruction which give opportunity to identify the sources of web traffic. Also, content filters. The main problem of this news that it is disrespectful to freedom of expression and privacy. So the main problem of this is that the government of Russia can censor different worldwide web, and the Russian nation, cannot to find any information from the world. And it's not okay. Also, this problem, a lot of countries in the world have the same problem with internet access when government is trying to control it.
Thank you. And moving from the Russian internet censorship to one of the press releases from the biggest tech company, Apple.
A few days ago, Apple company announced their new Earbuds Pro, which will start their sales in November. The first eye-catchy things which you can see is their design, which is very interesting, and in the same time it's very functional, because Apple never did the earbuds with the silicone tips, but now they use that technology to upgrade their quality of the sound in the earbuds, make them to fit better in the ears of the user. This AirPods Pro will cost $249. For our region, it will cost more money, but I think they have a very big functional and hardware perspective to upgrade their software to make the sound better and give the user new experience. So the most reviews were very positive, and you can try them, put them on, and decide buy them or not.
Thank you. And continuing talking about the technology, but on a deeper level now, the next piece of news is about body upgrades.
about in October 12, 19, two people had shared with their new body changes on BBC. On BBC says that the Winter Maze and Steven Ryle that has implanted their keys in their hands, but not keys like small pieces of metal, but electromagnetic chips that has keys of their home and like business card, and also in the right hand of Winter Maze there are chips that has also medical information that could be used to help her in critical situations. Like Winter Maze says, she loves having her keys in her hand, but she does not mean holding them. Yes. And about this situation, Steven Ryle says, like, we have smart TVs, smartphones, everything smart, and why can't I be smart? And I'm really agree with him, because I'm also don't like my keys and I want to open my door with my hand, if you know what I'm talking about. It's really usable innovation, because I think we are coming through a new era of changing peoples, era of technologies. That means it's also era of transhumanism, and that's all.
Thank you. Moving on to the next topic, we'll talk about politics.
So I'm gonna talk about the political ads that are. I will tell about political ads that were published in social media during American elections this year. So, in the course of the 2016 presidential elections, Mr. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton spent $81 million on Facebook ads. With a little more than a year to go until the next election, candidates have already spent more than $63 million marketing themselves on Facebook and Google. So it means that Mr. Zuckerberg is making crazy money. Trump's campaign has spent more than anyone else, with a total of $24 million in digital ad buys. So where did the conflict begin? When Mr. Trump, this year, Mr. Trump released his ad on Facebook, where he falsely accused the former Vice President Joe Biden of offering Ukrainian official $1 billion to drop a case against his son Hunter. So this is a fake news, and Zuckerberg admitted that it is really false. But he is not going to delete this ad because of his new policy, and where he is not going to send all the ads to the third-party fact checkers. I think that this is really bad, because some social medias and some monopolists trying to maximize their profit, and they are trying to cover it by free speech and something like that. Thank you.
Last year, a 55-year-old woman, Kristen Sorensen, was diagnosed to be paralyzed from the neck down. She was never expected to walk again. But luckily, the Brooks Cybernetic Treatment Center in Florida began to use a unique technology developed in Japan called the Hybrid Assistive Limb, HIL. HAL. It's a wearable cyborg which is controlled by the patient's brain waves. This new technology helped Kristen Sorensen to walk, so she managed to get to her daughter's wedding. I think that these wearable cyborgs are a great achievement in science, which will help not only people with injuries or disabilities, but also us when we will get old.
Thank you. This was the last piece of news. Thank you for listening to this episode of our Global Perspectives podcast, and we hope you will return again to our next episode.